Okay, now I'm sharing my screen. So you were asking what the cache memory is, right? So here is a block diagram which I want to show you first. This. Okay, this is a diagram of a CPU where your ALU, that is the arithmetic logic unit, some IC or some chip, and then there is a control unit which controls all the processing input devices, output devices, right? And then memory unit. And there is earlier it was you have to like add some memory, to make your system faster. But nowadays it is inbuilt in the motherboard, or you can say in the CPU unit, and it contains L1, L2, L3. We are not going into much detail. So basically, it is in between RAM and a CPU, you can say, where the processing is done. That is the ALU unit. So it makes the set of instructions which are very much frequently required in a particular task. So this memory stores those instructions in advance, you can say. So CPU, whenever it requires, it just provides that that set of instructions. So it makes the processing faster. So this is generally placed in between RAM and CPU, or you can say it's a part of RAM. Roughly, you can say that is the primary memory. All right. So I think you get. So okay. Stop. Now we come to our present topic. That is our software part. Okay. So everything screen is everyone screen is visible to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, what you mean by this term software? How can you like understand or the meaning, or you can say what you understand by this term software? Hardware is okay. Hardware is some mechanical part, or electromechanical or electronic part, which you can see, right? You can see that this is the part of the system. When you open the computer system, you will find various circuitry. It doesn't matter, that what this circuitry means, or what is the name of this circuitry, what is the function of this circuitry or chip, but you can see like those parts. So that is the hardware part. It is written on the screen itself. Yes, am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is software?
Software.
Software means here we are using some type of commands, ma'am.
Yes,
For
set of
any
instructions. Set of
for,
instructions, right?
yeah,
To
yes, ma'am.
perform a certain task.
Introduction data or program used to operate a computer.
Yes, computer in a some language, or you can say in some manner which your machine can understand, right? It is not easily made by any person. Like we can make some instructions, to command our class, or for our family to run properly, or a society we can make some rules or discipline. But software is something different because it is not easily understood by a common person, right? It is having some characters, or a combination of letters, and special characters also. But we normal people can't understand. This is just to provide, in a some manner that a machine can understand. So it is, you can say, a collection of instructions that let the user interact with the hardware. because hardware doesn't do, or your computer system doesn't do any function by its own. You have to provide some instructions, some commands. Okay, do like that, do this is not correct. And if you are making some mistake, this screen will display there are some errors. You have to like refine, those instructions or those programs to command in a particular way to perform that particular task. So you can say in a proper way, you can say software is a set of programs or procedures or algorithms and associated documents that provide some instructions to computer by ordering what to do, when to do, and how to do. All right. So this is the meaning of a software when it is related to uh, a computer system. So when the hardware, it is the physical part of the device or the system. All right, the whatever components, whatever circuitry which is required, to store the data or to process the data, and then how to take the input from the user, and then how to provide the output. All right. So we have seen all the hardware units, input devices, output devices, control units, memory units. All right. And its function is just to do the task at machine level. Okay. And the software part, it is used to give instructions at every part, like from input, how this input is taken by the you know by the machine at some part, and how they are stored in a particular place in a memory unit, and what kind of work the user wants. And just a minute. All right. So software means how to make the hardware system to work according to the need of the user, according to the requirement of the processing, you can say. Now, the third point is dependency. Now, hardware is dependent completely on software. Its functioning, its processing, storage unit or control unit, everything, every single part of your computer system works on a certain set of instructions. All right, starts functioning when you open your system, when you close your system, or when it is running some thing inside the computer system. Everything works on the set of instructions which are loaded in the computer system. Now, the software is also somehow dependent on hardware, because software by its own, it can't do anything, right? Without the some circuitry, without some system, without some, um, you know, it cannot take the input, it cannot process the input, and the software by its own cannot display your output. All right, whatever form a user wants. So it provides the instructions to hardware to do a particular task. So without hardware, software cannot complete the task. So there, both the parts of the system, they are must, and they have to be in a proper way to you can say to execute the particular task. So they have to be, properly maintained. Their functioning should be in such a way that their coordination will be in such a way that they perform it at the right time, at the, in a correct manner. So there may be, failure of hardware, but it is random. But software failure could have, many reasons that may be due to some systematic error, or, some unwanted major or minor version error may come. So it may spoil the whole set of instruction. Sometimes it spoil the functioning of the hardware system also. So durability, hardware wears out, of course, it is a mechanical part, and so it may wear out after, some, you can say, it depends. But with time, its functionality may deteriorate. Like we can see the mechanical system has a life of say 10 years or 15 years, but electronic parts, they deteriorate faster. So the software is, in that sense, the durability of software is somewhat more, because it is more durable, and wear tear, no wear tear, because it is like the set of commands, no hardware is there. But with time, some bug or some virus may corrupt those set of instructions, so they should be rectified in between, whenever you are using such software. The hardwares are tangible, but software are intangible. And examples we have seen: CPU, hard drive, RAM, all the memory part, keyboard system, various types of secondary devices, and operating system here, all set of instructions, right? Depending upon the company who are making those set of instructions, or who are manufacturing. uh, some companies opt for Microsoft. Some Apple, it's having its own Mac, iOS. Then these Microsoft Windows, they have some application software like MS Office or Excel, and so many uh, softwares are there. So we'll see the different types of software here. So I think you are getting what I am explaining to you by now. Okay, if you find any difficulty, you can ask. So software in a computer system, as we have seen, it is a set of instructions or commands, okay, that tells the computer what to do, when to do, how to do. Or in other words, you can say that it provides, how to execute the user's command, or whatever is the requirement of a particular user. It may be a single person, it may be organization, it may be a large institution, or you can say financial sector, educational sector, in any sector, or health sector. They are having their own need. So accordingly, the softwares are made. So it tells the computer what to do, right? For example, there are some application software, MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint. So depending upon the need of a particular person, these softwares has been installed and executed by the user. And a particular result can be, we can get from the computer system. Now, this is a chart here which shows the types of software. So broadly, two software: system software and application software. All right, system software are something which are provided by the manufacturer. All right. So, or you can say it provides the basic function for the computer usage and helps to run the computer hardware uh, and the system. So it includes the system, the devices, the drives, and operating system. You can say how to operate the system of or the circuitry within the computer, or you can say server, how to approach it, and it manages the hardware devices. So it is responsible for the resource location, where to you can say store such programs and how to execute as per the need. So operating system and utility software, there are different, they are the two major categories of a system software, you can say. So, and then we have the examples are given here: operating system, Linux, Windows, Android, so many, and language processor and drivers. Now, for that, because operating system, it is there in the system installed by the manufacturer, but there are some system, or you can say some circuitry, or the translators, you can say more correctly. So they convert the source code, or you can say the written programming language into another language which is understood by the computer, because as we know, the computer understand only the digital version. All right, it is a digital device, so it understand the combination of bits, binary bits. All right, binary means two bits, 0 or 1. So 0 or 1 we cannot program, because we know certain languages, certain characters, certain things. So there should be some circuitry inside the computer which translates our programs, because we can make our program in a some format, but that format, it is not understood by or easily understandable by the system. So there should be some translator which converts our programming language into some language, or you can say which is understood by the computer, which we call, you can say, computer language or object code, you can say. Now the examples, there are various examples, and for that we are using compilers and some interpreters. So this is the language processor or language translators. This is again a part of a system software. And then the second part of software, second type of software, are application software. So application software are again of two types: general purpose and customized software. Now, general purpose are like MS Word, which are used by many person on their individual basis. Photoshop, if somebody is interested in a photography, and Excel, or some there are some software which are needed by some specialized for specialized function, like railway reservations, or in a health sector you need some different kind of software. And in CA, if you are in the form, you are in the field of accountancy or financial sector, then you need that we call Tele and all. So they are customized software which are made specially for performing certain tasks which are required by by a certain organization, maybe in the banking sector or railway sector or health sector or education sector. So that way this classification has been done. Now we can describe later, but this is a common diagram. User, then user directly goes to the application software, whatever he or wants, or user wants, the computer to be the task given to the computer by the user. So it's an application software. Then there is an operating system, which you can't do anything. It's in the system how to run those instructions, or those commands given by the user. So operating system execute those things, and then it is to the hardware. Hardware again, uh, the functioning of those instructions. First application, then operating system, then it goes to hardware. And then output wise, after processing, it again goes to the some operating system, and then operating system to application software, and then it again displayed or given to the user in whatever form uh, the user requires. Now, in detail, we'll see one by one the system software. Now, system software is a software that directly operates the computer hardware and provides the basic functionality to the user. All right. And uh, it again, as well as to the other software to operate smoothly. So system software, the first software that directly operates the computer hardware. Or you can say, in other words, it is basically controls the computer's internal functioning and also controls the hardware devices. Hardware devices means your input devices, your output devices, storage devices. So it is like a interface, okay, between the hardware and the user application. Now, we have seen two types of system software. One is operating system. So it is the main program of a computer system. Every manufacturer of a computer system, it has to have some operating system, because operating system, the name implies that for the operation of the task, for the functioning of all the units inside the computer, they need certain commands. And that is what the operating system is. So we need operating software. So when computer system is on, it is the first software that loads into our computer memory. 1 minute. So whenever you on your system, the first software. Hmm, okay, sorry. The first software that loads into the computer memory is operating software, which we call operating system, because this software manages all the resources, which includes your connection between your input devices to your memory or CPU and your output devices, whether it is a printer or a display unit or some hard disk where you want to store. So it provides an interface to the user which helps the user to interact with the machine. In a simple way, you can say that. All right. It also provides, various services to the other computer software also. So sometimes in examination, they will give you, various names, and then they ask which of these options are true. Like they'll give operating system, they will give four names, and they will give the various combination ABC or ADE, like that. So you should know which softwares are under operating systems, which are application software. All right. So here, the operating systems are, given by, some companies. They make their own system, or they sell to some computer manufacturing machines, because every machine should have this operating system, and you can't do it anything, it's nothing to do with the user. So the operating systems examples are Linux, Apple, Mac OS, okay, Microsoft Windows, and all. Now language processor. So we have to interact with the machine, right? So we need some set of instructions, or you can say some system software which converts the human readable language into the machine language. Machine language, it is always in the combination of zeros and one, and vice versa. Means you have to have a output not in the language which is understood by a machine, but something you want which you can understand. So there should be, some converter from the human readable language into machine language, and machine language to something which can be understood by the human. So the conversion is done by a language processor. So it converts the program which returns in a high level language. Now, whatever languages are used for making the software or some programs as desired by the user, so they are generally in Java, C, C++, Python. So these are the common high level language. Okay, so these are some these programs which are in these languages. They are made by some expert. Okay, the computer language experts, or the professionals, you can say, not the common person. So these are the set of instructions that are easily readable by machine. So this is called the object code or machine code. So we have two codes, right? Source code, which are written by human, and whatever it is understand by the machine, you have to convert this source code to machine code or the object code, which are readable by the machine. So there are three different types of you can say the translators or a language processors. So first is compiler. Sometimes they ask in the examination, the difference, or they'll make in match the columns. They'll give you certain names and then their function. So just remember. So compiler is a translator which is used to convert high level language. Okay, what is high level language? Which are written in some of the languages. The programs are written, and these are the languages: Java, C, C++, Python, and there are so many more. So these are the name of the languages, high level programming languages. Two low level programming languages. Now it converts the whole program in one section and report error if it is detected after the conversion. So they have to keep on trying. This programmer or the specialist, they have given some task. Okay, we want a certain type of you can say a function. Say for the reservation, they need the customer should approach to the website and find some book some tickets. So they need some program. They need some a set of instructions. So this task is given to some programmer or some specialist. So they write some set of instructions or programs in one of the languages. So that is called the high level programming or high programming language. But to convert this language to the machine language, which is understood by the which can be easily get by the machine or your system. So that's why we need a translator. So the whole program is converted into uh, that set of instructions, or some language which is understood by a system. So if there is some error, it is not possible to write some program, the specialist writes some program, and it is executed at one in one trial. There may be so many trials. So many errors the computer shows. It is difficult for it to get what you want. So it shows, the window that some error is there. And there are again a translator, just like a compiler. But interpreter is a translator used to convert high level language into low level language. But it converts the program one at a time and reports error detected at once while doing the conversion. All right. So compiler just read whole the program first in one session and reports the errors, all the errors all together after the conversion. And interpreter just go one by one like that. It converts the program one at a time and reports error detected at once while doing the conversion. Whatever conversion it makes, it just detect the error and show the error. And there is an assembler. So assembler is again a translator which used to translate assembly language to uh, machine language. All right, assembly language is a different language. We'll see later to the machine language, which is uh, read by your system. Now there are some device drivers. Now device drivers, again, they are a set of instructions or programs that controls a device and helps the device to perform its function. So every device like a printer or a mouse or a modem, they need certain drives to connect with the system. Because these are external peripheral devices, you can say, printer, mouse, modems. They are not you can say part of your computer. They are connected externally to your system. So these devices to communicate, all right, between the two different devices, two different hardwares. So they need to interact with each other. So they need, some set of instructions again. So that is the device driver to connect with the system. Uh, so when you connect a new device with your computer systems, you need to install the driver of that device. Only then the system, your computer system drives that device, all right, can read or can, put your output in a certain way to that device. So there is some medium, all right, that we call the device driver. So you have to install that driver into your system so that your operating system knows, how to control, how to manage that device. So there are various system softwares which we have already discussed. Here it is shown with their logo. Now application software. Now this application software, it is one, the manufacturer built a system with an operating system software, and it is ready to deliver to the customer. Now the customer wants some application, some function to be or whatever they are need is. So they need, some special software. So software that performs special function or provides function that are, much or more than the basic operation of the computer. Those are known as application software. Or you can say it is designed to perform some specific task. So these are the programs which are designed to fulfill the end user requirement. It includes your Microsoft Word, like it is having so many function, making Excel, PowerPoint, or Word, or some mathematical, or if some spreadsheet to make. So, or database management or inventory, if some organization, it has to maintain the inventory. So, or payroll program. So, according to the need of a end user, these programs are installed, or you can say you can purchase those programs. Now, features of application software. So, an important feature of application software is it performs more specialized tasks like word processing or spreadsheet or receiving mail and all. So, the size of the software is big. So, again, it requires some storage unit, some space in your system. And this application software is more interactive for the users, and because it is as per their needs, so it is easy to use and design. Now, application software is written in high level language in general. So whatever languages we have seen, so those languages, these programs are written by some expert, or you can buy from sub organization. So type of application software, they are again of two types: general purpose and customized software. Sometimes there are inbuilt system, common type of system software. They are like if you are purchasing Windows, as it's Microsoft Windows, then some MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint, you will get it there. So this type of application software is, for use for the variety of tasks, and not limited to performing a specific task only. You can use wherever you love to. And customized software are somewhat, it's again a type of application software, but it is used or designed to perform specific big tasks or functions, which are designed for specific organizations, like in railway reservation system, or airways reservation system, or invoice management system, or in education sector you need some software to making or you can say the maintain to students database or teachers database or some library purpose. So there are various types of customized softwares also. Now there are some utility software. Utility softwares are again, it's a part of application software. So it is used to support computer infrastructure. All right. Computer infrastructure means once the system is made, you have put so many, you work on it, and you'll get the result. And again, you perform certain tasks by using different software, different sets of information. But sometimes it is particularly designed to analyze, configure, and optimize and maintain the system and take care of its requirement as well. How? uh, it is related to the software, right? Now, if you are using your system and you are connecting to some other system, it's a need of the hour. Like you have to connect very many peripheral devices or other computer system, or you are using different softwares, or maybe purchased or maybe brought from copied from somewhere else. So sometimes some bug or virus may come into your system and it corrupts your whole file. All right, or it can transfer your data to some other system, which is dangerous for you because there are so many data which are confidential, and it cannot be shared with somebody else. But if there is some virus or some bug in your computer system, it corrupts as well as it shared with unwanted users. So there should be you should protect your system from such viruses or some bug. So there are some software available which we call antivirus software or risk fragmenter or memory tester or disk repair, disk cleanser, register cleanser, so or disk space analyzer. So there are they are called utility software. Again, they are made in some high level language, and you can purchase it from the authorized company. Now there are difference between the, let's see the difference between the system software and application software. Now the system software, it is again a recall of whatever we have done so far. So it is designed to manage the resources of the computer system, like memory or your processing unit. And application software, it fulfills the requirement of the user for performing the special task. Now this system software, they are written in low level language, and application software, they are written in high level language. Now, system is again less interactive for the user because it is made for the functioning of the uh, system or the circuitry within the computer system. And application software, they are more interactive for the user because they are made as per the requirement or need of the user. System software play a vital role for the effective functioning of the system. The functioning of the system depends on the operating system, or you can say the system software of your computer. Now, application software is not so important for functioning of the system because the system functions at the system software built in there. And that's why it is application software just it performs a particular task. It is a task specific software. And system software, it is like independent of the application software to run, but it needs, this application software needs the system software to run because it is very much required. Your computer should function properly. All right, its operating system should be, proper for the proper functioning of your system. Yes. All right. Now here, utility software, there is some detail is given. So these software, utility software are again, it is, it helps to maintain the functioning of your computer system and operating system as well, to manage, to organize, to maintain uh, the functioning of a system. So they also perform, if you are having some utility software in the system, they detect the presence of virus if there is any, and you can install or uninstall these softwares, and you can take data backup from your system, and deletion of some unwanted files, and some examples are given: antivirus softwares, file management tools, and compression techniques. Now you can compress the a large file into a smaller version and keep so that it occupies less memory space. And then disk management tools. So there are various types of utility softwares are available nowadays. You can lock your system, and you can make some password, or finger lock or face recognition, whatever. So all these softwares are utility software. Now, bootstrapping is set of instructions when you turn on your computer. Earlier, it is called boot your computer. Now, before like 25-30 years back, you need some time to start the computer. It takes so much time. Nowadays, you just open up uh, your laptop, or you just switch on your desktop. It will start within some seconds. So during the startup process, the diagnostic tests are performed, such as the post, that is the power on self test. So again, there are some set of instructions running on, and they check or they set the configuration for the device, and they implement the routine setting, testing, and they check the connection of the peripheral devices, whatever externally connected, whether it is your keyboard or your mouse, or some printer, or some scanner. So all these checking has been done by by the bootstrapping softwares. So bootloader or bootstrap programs, then they load and then they initialize your operating system. Now there are various types of programs here. It is given, but I don't think you require this. This much is enough, I think. Mm, all right, just we see a little about it. Open source softwares are, it is available to the user with a source code. You know what is source code? Hello?
Ma'am, HTTP. Uh, uh, mm, Whenever we are using any web, uh,
Source code,
very-
in a simple way, what we have studied, just object code and source code, right?
yes, ma'am.
So source is what? Source is your machine. Okay. Like in this slide we have seen. Where it was. Yes. The higher level languages, your programming, which we make to, for a special task. So it is all the set of instructions are in a language which we call high level programming language, like Java, C, C++, Python. So these are known as source code. And then it is converted to the machine code or the object code, you can say. So that is the low level language or machine language, more correctly, you can say. So that is the object code or the machine code. All right. So high level programming is source code. And then the conversion to the machine language, it is the machine code or the object code. Okay. Just remember. So all these things, here it is written, the browsers, various, web servers, or you can say the Thunderbird email client, or various, softwares. So these are made in a high level language. So that's why they are the, you can say, the source software. And shareware software, you need some software that are freely distributed to the user on a trial basis for free for some time, for the limited time when you buy a system, like for 30 days or for 2 months, and then they start charging any software, like So those type are called shareware. Then there are adware, donationware, natware, freemium, just for free, for non-premium. But after that, sometime they start charging if you are using it. Then demoware for the demonstration purpose. Then crippleware, some features that are disabled under time limit. Then trialware. So like that, ware means software. They take the WARE and then they add, the prefix. They are having the different. But I don't think it is much needed. Or freeware, some software they are available for free of cost. Sometimes you can download from the internet, like it is examples are given Adobe PDF. If you want to convert your thing to PDF, you can download some software from the net and then you can use it. Then Messenger and Google Talk. So company provides some free software, you can use it. And there is free and open source software. They are the programs which are to edit or modify or you reuse the software source code. That is the high level programs made in high level language. So it improves the functionality of a system by modifying it. Free indicates that the software doesn't have any constraints on copyright. If somebody will have some objection. So this is the free and open source software FOSS. You just remember what does this abbreviated term FOSS stands for: free and open source software. Betaware is again for the development and testing of phase of the software development. So there are various types of uh, this thing. I don't think it is required. It is just it is written. It is there in the slides. That's why I just shown you. All right. So that much is enough for today, I think.